mute it because of the CPU. But I don't know why this is on right here.
Where's the Sweet. All right.
You guys gotta keep it up. Keep it up for right now. Just for right now.
What is this? Skype's not responding.
That's the Skype. Just you're gonna have to wait for this because look at this. Yeah, they'll be able to call in. I'll come in a couple of minutes, but look at this.
So if someone calls now, will it be frozen?
I know you can hear me.
Yeah. We are technically on the air. We were about to start in a minute, everyone.
The music is playing. The music's playing, right? Okay.
Oh,
No,
Yeah,
no,
right
we
now.
could hear you.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, of course you can hear me. You can hear me even if it was off. Even if
Banter
the audio
here in
was
the
off.
studio.
So I have no idea what's going on with Skype, but look at this.
Hmm.
You know what? Let's just do this.
You want to just come back?
No, let me come back. That is not me.
Okay.
That's
Wait.
not me.
Oh, okay.
That's something that somebody else did.
Okay.
On
Well,
the show right before this.
we will have the show go on. I'm just going to go ahead and start here. Okay, guys. We are about to start. We are on the air. We're having some technical difficulties, but Desiree will come in and help us. Welcome to Lesley on the Town.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thanks, guys, for coming on. For everybody out there, tomorrow, Friday, 27th at 7:30 is Fight for the Cause, a fighting event at the Machinist Hall on St. Charles Rock Road here in St. Louis. And in the studio today are Rachel Wessling,
Hello.
Derek Clarty,
Hello.
and Ashton. Oh, got a little help there. Don't die. I want to be able to fight tomorrow. And Ashtin Broom.
That's right.
3 of the fighters in tomorrow's event. Thanks, guys, for being here. And Rachel, welcome back.
Thanks for having
Thanks.
us. So thank you.
Oh, no problem. So just to start off, how long have you all been fighting? And I know that tomorrow's Rachel's first fight. What number fight is this for you, Derek and Ashton?
This is my 7th fight. I've been fighting for a couple of years since I was 19. And I'm 22 now.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
And this here will be my 4th fight. And I've just been doing it for about 9 months now. So I'm really excited.
So you've done 4 fights or 3 fights in 9 months?
Yeah.
That's pretty good. And what inspired you all to get into fighting?
Well, for me, it all started when I was about 6 or 7 years old, watching all the Ninja Turtle cartoons, and me and a bunch of friends would get out and run around and jump off of stuff and do martial arts on each other, and pretend to be one of the turtles. So
Like Donatello or
something.
Yeah.
I was Michelangelo most of the time, so big pizza eater. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's where it all began for me. And the competition-wise, it was started when the first time I saw the Karate Kid movie. I was amazed by what was going on, and not just the loyalty and the friendships that people made and the challenges that they went through. I agree that it was something for me. It was a big time for me back then.
Mine's a little different. Mine wasn't like instilled in me when I was like a child or anything crazy like that. Mine was kind of like, I'm an athletic person. I love sports. I've played soccer for 12 years about, and I was always kind of like the rough kid in soccer, always getting in trouble in soccer, and I was a little too pushy. But and then I had gotten in a fight in high school when I was a junior, and I was suggested I should go and get involved in fighting. My dean told me, hey, you should probably pick that up. So I did a little bit of boxing training when I was in high school, nothing too strenuous. And then I came to school at St. Louis University, and then I got picked out by our coach, Rob Wisdom, and he was the one who kind of got me back into it. And the main reason why I'm fighting now is just just to prove to myself that I can do it. It's like that test to push yourself. It's a great sport because it's mental and physical, and it's a great test. And sometimes people don't see the mental side of that part, but I definitely have fallen in love with it.
Clearly.
So it grew on me. It wasn't instilled in me, but it grew on me, where it was instilled with him. And I don't know about you, Derek, but...
Well, for me, I've been watching Kung Fu movies since I was like knee high. And I really got inspired by Bruce Lee because ever since,
It doesn't get
Bruce is
inspired
the
by
man.
Bruce Lee.
yeah, I mean, just watching him on TV, the way he moves and everything, I just want to do like exactly what he was doing, and basically. So, yeah.
Don't feel bad, brother. I was right there with you. Bruce is the man.
Yeah. And for the guys, you've had a few fights already. What was one of your best and or worst experiences in the ring?
Well, my first time in the ring, I was a little bit overwhelmed. I think that was probably one of the worst experiences I've ever had in the ring. Was my first fight.
You won't be, so.
Yeah.
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 Well, in my case, the best was my last fight in Belleville. And I just want to say, once again, to Tyler Morgan, if you just so happen to be watching or listening to this show, good effort, my buddy. I'm so glad you got in there. I didn't try to knock you out, but it just so happened to be like that. My worst experience was my last fight. I was literally had this guy about to die inside the ring, and we ended up going to the ground, and I panicked just a little bit, and I ended up getting choked out. So, every fight's a learning thing. So, hopefully this time I'll be doing the choking out here.
Yeah, that's the attitude. All the fights that you guys have fought in, were they in St. Louis? Were they out of St. Louis? And
I had 3 of my fights in St. Louis and 4 of my fights outside St. Louis and Illinois.
Yeah, and I've only fought in Illinois one time in Belleville, and that just happened to be my last fight. And it was 20 seconds into the second round, just in case anybody was wondering.
And in terms of, obviously there's the ring fighting, but just straight down and dirty, have any of you guys, I know like Rob, when I had Rob and Rachel on the show a few weeks ago, I had asked Rob if he's done street fighting, so I'm just curious, have any of you guys been involved? And I mean, not like in a bad way, but just...
I've had my share of fights. I mean, growing up on the west side of St. Louis and having a lot of cousins to look after and brothers and older cousins, you fight a lot with them, whether it's in the streets or it's in the privacy of home, it's always going to be a learning experience. But I've had my fair share of fights in the street, no doubt about it. And I wouldn't recommend it to anybody because there's no one to pull you off or no one to regulate how many people does, any actual fighting. So, it's pretty unfair. And, I don't want to sound like a bully, but I enjoyed most of my fights.
And that makes you a good fighter.
Mine, it was just that one time in high school. That's it, I promise. One time, it was during a Powder Puff football match, so at least it had something to do with, being
girly.
athletic.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? So it wasn't like a bar fight or anything crazy. I've gotten pretty close at going out with some friends, getting in fights, just because I'm a protective friend.
Yeah.
But I've never done it just because too much liability and all that, and I just kind of brush it off my shoulder. So I'll keep it as a sport.
Yeah. So if we were out though and somebody came up tried to attack me, would you
Oh, I'd help you out.
Okay,
I'd
cool.
help you out.
All right, I got my bodyguard here. And Ashtin and Derek, in fighting experiences, since you guys have had matches already, are you usually the one I'm sure it's a balance, but in most of your matches, have you been the one taking other people out?
I've knocked out all my guys.
Really?
Yeah. I knocked out every single one.
Yeah.
I've not been that fortunate, but all except my first fight, I pretty much delivered a major butt kicking all the way up until the end of the fight or when it was done with. So I'm pretty proud of that.
I was knocked out last Friday. We'll put that on the record.
Really? Was it in training or?
It was from Rob.
Oh my! Rob knocked you out. Rob.
It was great.
Oh, no.
I got that whole fear off my shoulders.
I'm
now.
sure.
That whole
I'm
fear.
sure. I'm glad
it's-
you're still functioning.
Oh, yeah.
Because I know how Rob. For everybody out there that doesn't know Rob Wisdom, he's a trainer down at the boxing gym, and I mean, I don't know a lot of people obviously in fighting, but even just from people that I know that know him, he's definitely a very tough guy. One of the toughest
Very hands-on.
toughest guys I know. So
Very
for you to be
hands-on.
knocked out and still be sitting here in the studio
Yeah.
right now is
Yeah, she's a tough girl.
you're blessed.
And it was like a
So
tap
that-
from him. So
yeah,
just-
which is still
yeah,
like
a real punch
wham.
would have like put me in the ambulance.
Oh yeah, I
So,
know. I know.
He's a good coach though.
Yeah, he knocks me out, but he's a good coach. Yeah. And well, before you guys arrived to the studio, you all had your weigh-in at Hot Shots. And again, being kind of new to learning about fighting, I don't know a lot about the weigh-in process, but can you tell me more about that? And what weights were you all required to meet for the fight tomorrow?
Ashtin had it the hardest out of all of us. He was the one who his fight was kind of on and off. His opponents were kind of
Several
changing
different
up.
opponents.
And so he had to focus on losing weight within like the past 2 days.
Oh, wow.
As,
Yeah, you
As
were
for
telling me
me,
that outside the-
I think my opponent, I'm scheduled to be fighting at 135 for a K1 fight. So I've always weighed between 130, 135. So I've been pretty much in the clear. I just had to maintain weight. But my opponent, I think, has to lose weight. I think she started out at 145. So
Oh.
she weighs in tomorrow. She wasn't there tonight at Hot Shots, but she'll be there tomorrow.
We'll
But
see.
Ashtin had to lose quite a bit.
I lost a total of 8.5 pounds in under 20 hours. I say.
8.5?
Yeah. What a
How does
weight.
that? Yeah, I was about to say
It
like
sucked. It really did. I ran.
she put bags over your body and
I
stuff.
had,
I know some
actually, I
people
was
do
fortunate to have a guy by the name of Brian Batten, who's one of the greatest
Yeah.
promoters in the St.
Yeah.
Louis area, to give me a sweatsuit and a bunch of clothing, and just ran it for as long as I could. And the guy willingly gave me the strength to make it through it. 'Cause It's
Wow.
really hard work running with that kind of clothing on. It's almost like a plastic bag.
that. Yeah.
And I sweated it out. I jumped rope. I took really hot bath showers, and I sat in the bathtub for an hour just soaking and drenched in my own sweat. So I mean, yeah, it took a toll on me. I'm really tired, but I'm very excited about being on
yeah.
the show tonight. So it's giving me a little
Oh,
extra energy.
I'm excited that you guys are here. Yeah,
I
for
fought
sure.
at 170. Or I'm fighting at 170. I weighed in at 170. My bad.
Did you have like a bunch of weight to lose or gain?
No,
Or?
I was right at weight. So
That's
You
good.
just had to like maintain your weight.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
a lot of us even going. See, Derek's over here coughing. We've been doing so much work. It's
Yeah.
taking a toll on us all.
Yeah.
Like, I have bruised ribs because we were training the other day and I fell on his knee and it's not been right since. But I'm gonna fight. I'm catching a cold. Rachel's got an ear infection. Derek, as you can hear him, is
Yeah,
coughing
you
right
gotta-
in front of the microphone.
But we're all ready.
I'm sorry.
I
No,
mean,
you're,
this is
you're
a
all right. I
fighter's
just want
life.
you to feel better
It
for
all
your
goes
fight
away.
tomorrow.
And I guarantee you, in 24 hours,
Oh,
none
yeah.
of us will be in pain.
Good.
No,
Good.
whatsoever.
Do the mama's recipe. Drink tea. And have a nice warm bath.
I wish my mom was here. She's in Florida right now, hanging out.
Aw.
So she's getting to enjoy the fun in the sun. And I'm here busting my hump,
Yeah.
trying to get to the next level.
Hopefully there'll be footage. I don't know if you guys know if there's any footage at the or anyone recording the actual fight.
there
I would
is.
think
Oh, yeah.
there would be.
They're
so
gonna
you
have
can
it on
send it to
DVD.
your.
Yeah, they'll have it for DVD in case
Yeah.
anyone comes out. They'll have the fights on DVD within 2 or 3 days, and they'll be at $10 a piece. I'm pretty sure, and they'll be all great fights. So, I mean, there's a range of ages from 14 to 28. In my case, a lot of people putting their heart into this, coming out to have fun. And enjoying themselves and show what they've been working on for the last several months or however long they've been training. So
Oh yeah.
it'd be great.
That's awesome. Yeah. I'm just excited to see you guys tomorrow. So
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
I'm real excited. After my training, I'll be over. Oh yeah, everybody! I'm working at Ice Kitchen now, so I just got off a training for there. I'll be a server there starting next week. So just a little plug in myself.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but after serving or training tomorrow, I'll definitely come down to the fight. Let's see. So, Derek, you were telling me earlier today that you trained in Muay Thai, I'm pronouncing this right, Muay Thai, Kung Fu, Kempo, and Wing Chun. Can you tell me a little bit more about some of the techniques and rules?
Let's start with the first one.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry. Okay, what was the
Muay
first one?
Thai?
Muay Thai. Yeah, I've
Muay
trained in
Thai.
Muay Thai with knees and elbows. Yeah. It's basically just
It's
having
stand
stuff.
up.
Yeah, stand up. It's basically kickboxing, standing up with elbows, headbutts, and everything. In my fights, I've never actually had to use I haven't had a chance to use elbows or headbutts yet, but I will eventually get to that point where I can.
So nobody will want to get in there and
Right.
try it with the machine gun over here. He's a big guy.
Right.
Yeah.
He's ready to go.
What was the next one?
And then the next one was Kung Fu,
Kung Fu. Yeah.
which I know a lot of people kind of recognize from Kung Fu.
I've been doing
movies.
Kung Fu since I was 13, under Jeff O'Donnell at the Martial Arts Center, New Halls Ferry Road.
Okay.
He's a
I've
great
always
guy,
wanted-
by the way.
Like Bruce Lee was the one who inspired me to get into Kung Fu and everything, and I've just loved it ever since. Just the stuff you see on TV, it's just awesome the way they move their body and
Oh,
do
yeah.
the flips and kicks and all that. So.
Or they rotate, some move, or
Right.
you jump up in the air and kind of rotate your legs.
Right.
and
It's
I
cool.
won't try it because then I'll be
Yeah.
like, you'll be like,
Be in the
Lesley,
window.
had to go to the ER.
Because it's good for a person.
Middle of
Well,
our
at least you
show.
have Rachel over here. She's taking those classes to, she can fix you up.
Oh yeah, she's
Before
nurse.
the-
Yeah,
before the
so after
ambulance
I
gets
make a
here.
fool of myself and bust my head, then you can
There we go.
stitch me up. So that works.
Great.
What is the third one here that you said you practiced?
Kempo.
Kempo.
Tempo, yeah. Basically, it's cheap shots,
Cheap shot.
yeah, hits to the groin, eye gouging, and all that.
More like self-defense.
Okay.
A lot of it's like self-defense.
Yeah.
What's Wing Chun though?
Wing
Yeah,
Chun. If anybody's ever seen the movie Ip Man, Bruce Lee's teacher, he did Wing Chun. It's kind of a sticky-handed art
Okay.
for in-close range fighting.
Okay.
So which one is your favorite style out of all those?
I really don't have a favorite.
Okay.
That's
MMA,
why-
I guess.
Yeah,
Mixed.
that's why it,
Yeah.
martial
it
arts.
has
Yeah.
everything in it. So.
Exactly. And what is, and Ashton, I know you're also trained in Muay Thai like Derek, as well as kickboxing and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Can you tell me a little bit more about kickboxing and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? I don't know anything about-
Kickboxing's, it's a combination of having boxing skills with karate kicks or Muay Thai kicks and knees. With the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, it's a specific type of ground fighting, most famously noted by the Gracie family. And I particularly study the Nogi Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which is, when you practice Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, they wear karate gis, so they're grabbing at certain points of your clothes. But with Nogi, it's bare skin. You're grabbing a leg or you're grabbing around their arm or their neck, and your submission moves come from those positionings. And I think it's a lot harder to do than regular jiu-jitsu because of the lack of clothing. It makes it very difficult. If you don't get your hands in the right spots, you can hurt your thumbs and fingers really quick. But I love it, and I'm very honored to be a part of this branch of fighters who have been blessed with the abilities to fight in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and kickboxing. I'm so appreciative of it being created. It's literally created a whole new avenue of life for me. It's pretty much it about that.
And Rachel, what styles of fighting have you started focusing on, and are you interested in learning a bunch of different fighting styles? I know you're newer, but you're trying to...
Well, I started out with just your original stand-up boxing. I really, really enjoy that just because it's something that, has been around for a long time. A lot of these styles have been around, but haven't been really popular. They've just started coming out and being more and more popular. But boxing's been around for a long time. And one of my favorite movies is The Cinderella Man. and it's about, you know, this guy, and the only way he's, you know, putting food on the table for his family is, you know, boxing, fighting. And, you know, I love Muhammad Ali, so
Yeah.
boxing's great, but since my fight's kickboxing, it's K1, I've gotten to really like that just because my background in soccer really helps me with my leg kicks, with the power, and I really like kickboxing. I would like to keep going forward with that, get stronger in that, and then if whatsoever I want to work on ground game. I think I would like to learn ground game. I'm not sure where I'm at with fighting with ground game, but I would really like to learn it because, you know, there's a lot of cool tricks and cool things that you get to learn. So these guys just sometimes will just, like, out of nowhere just pick you up and throw you down, and you're like, how did I end up, you know, on the ground? So it happens really fast. So there's a lot more to learn on the ground. So I don't know if I'd ever get to the point to fighting on the ground, but I would like to learn it.
That'd be interesting for sure.
Definitely. I think she'd be great at it.
You're a fighter. I can see you dominating the floor. How big of a role does fighting play in each of your lives? And do you do it more of a hobby or full time? I know he's looking like I do it full time, but
it's my life. You know, I've always wanted to be a competition fighter, and I've done a bunch of things. I've had my own record label. You know, I've also myself have done kung fu before, and I know how Derek feels about, you know, the originality of it, and it's really something special to behold once you actually learn, you know, what's going on. And I've been doing this just like every day since I got into it. I gotta say thanks to my friend Ben for helping me get to the boxing gym and introducing me into the group of people that now look out for me very well. I love you, Coach Wisdom, man. I appreciate everything you do. Big gym. You guys are great down there at the Central West End Boxing Gym. Letting me come in there every day, training as hard and as long as I need to, and providing me with the, you know, the utensils that I need to keep progressing. And, you know, I'm gonna continue to do this every day if I can. You know, I really want to get a job. This is my job, you know, and I want to be on top. And I plan on being on top. So all you guys out there maybe listening to this, you better be ready because I'm coming for you. I need that gold.
Be careful, everybody. You heard him. How about you, Derek?
I'd love to do it professionally, and that's my dream to eventually get.
We have a caller, actually. Sorry to cut you off. Caller into the studio. Hi, welcome to Lesley on the Town. You're live on the air. Do you have a question for any of the fighters?
Yeah. This is Coach Rob Wisdom. Hello to all three of my guys and my lady there. They're over there laughing. I can see that they're laughing. I see you over there, Rachel. Wave to the camera.
What's up, Coach, man?
Hey, Coach.
There you go, Ashtin. Hey, Derek. Wing Chun is a form of Kung Fu. It does circular motion with the hands.
I said that. I said stick your hands.
Oh,
sticky hands. You said it.
Burn.
I was going to correct them on the air, Coach. That would have been right.
Chinese Kempo is a Japanese and Chinese style.
Look at him showing you.
Well, at
up.
least
He
you
didn't
know.
even hear it. He's still
Hey,
showing you up.
that's the good thing about Rob, though. He will never, you know, let us be misled about anything dealing with, you know, what we're interested in. And that's the kind of guy that you want around you. And he's a very good coach, and he's very passionate about what he does. And I couldn't ask for a better person to be guided by.
And he doesn't ask for anything in return.
He does not. As long as you show up and put in your 110%, he'll do the same thing for you. And you couldn't ask for a better person.
Well, I appreciate that, guys. Basically, my question to all three of you, how do you guys feel in your willpower for your fights? How do you guys feel?
I'm pretty much going to demolish my guy.
I'm ready.
I'm not even worried about it. My legs are really sore, but a few good head kicks, he's going down.
I'm not sure if they told you all their nicknames there. Rachel is known as the Pink Panther.
Oh,
That's why I got
she
pink
got
in
the
my hair.
pink, exactly.
Ashtin is known as the Wild Man.
Because of my hair.
And Derek Clarity, I gave him the nickname the Machine Gun.
I got
And
the
you'll
fast hands.
Yeah, you'll see why tomorrow.
Yeah, that's why.
So hopefully we're going to prevail. We're going to have 3 good fights out there along with many other fights. We got probably a total of 14 different fights out there, so we're going to do really well out there. But I'm going to let you guys go. Get some rest, guys.
Yes, sir.
I'll see you tomorrow. God bless everybody that's listening to the radio station, and
Yes.
I love all three of my fathers.
We love
Thanks,
you too,
Coach.
Coach.
Love you too.
Baby sister, you know who I'm talking about, Miss Pink Panther.
Yeah.
I love you in my heart now.
I love
Do
you
well
too,
out
Coach.
there.
Thanks.
All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow.
All
See
right,
ya.
Coach,
Thanks for
take it easy.
calling
Get some
in.
rest.
Sweet.
That was awesome.
Yeah, it's good that he called in.
He's so good
Snuck
to
in
us.
on us.
He kills us in practice.
Yeah.
Yes, you do, Coach.
Yes, you did.
But we still love you anyways.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean, it's all for good
It's
cause.
like a tough love.
Yeah,
Tough
it's,
love.
yeah, that's
He
what it
trains
is.
us not for just one fight. He trains us to fight anybody that they throw in front of us.
Fights
So,
us
you
for
know.
life. I actually wrote him a letter this week, and it was just like saying how much I was appreciative of it. And one of my big things is if I don't
Actually,
can
we got
answer that.
another caller in.
get that,
That's awesome.
answer that.
Hi, welcome to Lesley on the Town. You're live on the air. Do you have a question for the fighters?
Hi, I'm here to call in. I want to wish Rachel good luck.
Thank you. Who is this?
The Pink Panther. This is Wheezy.
Wheezy. Hi, how are you?
I wanted to come with your mom, but I didn't realize that you were going to be way out in St. Louis. But
Yeah, I'm way over here. I wish you guys could all come out though. You still there, Wheezy?
well, I just want to wish you guys all luck.
All right, thank
Thank
you.
you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Awesome.
She works with my mom.
Oh, isn't that sweet?
Yeah,
I always
that is
like it
pretty
when
cool.
family members and call in. It's cute. Okay, yeah, well, we're about to take a break. For everybody out there that wants to call in, the number is 314-266-1828. Again, that's 266-1828. And I also want to, before we take a break, give a shout out and thank you to this month's sponsor, which is Lauren Wilmore, salsa and ballroom dance instructor. Lauren, Jeannie, and Andrea boast years of professional dance instruction, performance, and competition experience. They are committed to helping you achieve your dance goals. Whether you want to feel comfortable on the dance floor or compete and perform at the highest level, they've got the class for you. To contact Lauren, Jeannie, or Andrea for lessons, please call 314-541-6734. Again, that's 314-541-6734, or check out laurenwilmore.com for more information. Thanks, and we are taking a quick break.
That's why I was like, Wheezy, come on now.
Hey guys, we're back, and I'm actually going to take this call. By the way, that was Brandon Jade, local DJ. Very good. So tune in. Hi, welcome to Lesley on the Town. You're live on the air with me and the fighters. You have a question for the fighters?
Yeah, I just want to say how y'all doing tonight.
Oh, good. How are
Good,
you?
thank you.
Fabulous, fabulous. So you guys ready for your fight then?
Oh,
I mean, this is going to be a first fight then.
It's going to be such a good event. You know, we're fighting for the benefit of the Missouri Veterans Homes, and you know, I'm just honored to be in there, able to represent for all the people who need this. You know, and I've been working out really hard just so I can give everybody that's coming out to show us love a good show. And so as my other two friends over here, we all train together, and we don't take any crap from each other. We give it all that we can with each other. You know, it's like my brother and my sister here. So, you know, we train very hard for this. So yes, it's gonna be a good show.
So basically, you know, you don't worry about that girl like making your gym look bad or anything, right?
Oh no way! If anything, she'll make my gym look 10 times better. You know, hopefully.
Especially with this new hairdo I got.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully after her fight, you know, there'll be a few more girls wanting to come in and train with her, and you know, which will be cool because I mean they'll have to also go through us, which will make them a better fighter as well. And she's a very hard fighter. She's got the will of a panther, you know. And the eye of
So
the
you're
tiger.
saying like she could beat you up, she could knock you out then?
I give her. I wouldn't take it away from her. You know, she's very strong. She's got good movement. She's got hard kicks, and she's just got heart. You know, and you can't take that away from her. She won't even allow you to.
So Sweet Cheeks, you got any like good combinations or anything? I mean, you don't want this other girl to be whooping on you.
Am I Sweet Cheeks?
Yeah, you Sweet Cheeks.
Okay. All right. I like that. No, I'm saving it all for tomorrow. I'm not going to let any secrets out now. That wouldn't be fair.
Smart.
Wouldn't be fair, but I will go in there. I mean, we all have put in over about 40 hours of practice. So that goes and shows you how hard we want it, how bad we want this, and how hard we've been working for it. So just kind of put that at the back of your head, and you know, think of how much we've been putting in this. So how much effort we're going to be putting in the fight is going to be just about the same. So I definitely got a good strategy planned out in my head, but you'll have to come and see it.
Oh, I sure am excited to see that. I sure am. So, yeah. So, okay. So, how many fighters you got going on in the gym then? That's gonna be there, just the three, yeah.
Yeah, we'll be the only three from the Central West End Boxing Gym. Once again, big shout out to Rob Wisdom and Jim Cordero. We'll be the only ones fighting from our camp, but we've had strenuous time and injuries and everything. You know, we've put all our heart and soul into this. So
At the event, I think there's a total of 13 matches, though.
Yes.
So there's a lot of people out there.
Cool. All right. Well, then you know what? I'll make sure to say hi to y'all and knock them dead. Make sure you get a lot of blood out there because that's what I'd like to see.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. We appreciate
Thank
your
you.
call.
Thank you for calling in.
All right.
Okay, well, she kind of answered one of my next questions was for tomorrow's fights, how many fights in a round will take place? You said 13?
I think there's 13 fighters.
13, 14. And how many rounds or time periods in terms of?
It depends on what event you're fighting at. For me, I'm fighting K1. Mine is 3 rounds, 2 minutes each round. If there's a draw at the end, then you can go into possibly 1 or 2 other 2-minute rounds as well. But hopefully it won't get there.
Yeah.
No, you don't have to worry about it. You got it.
She has it. She has it in the bag. You all have it in the bag.
But for you guys, it's
Oh yeah, for us,
Yeah,
I'm
3
sorry.
5-minute rounds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
3 5-minute rounds.
Yeah.
Well, or 3 3-minute rounds
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
If it's a championship fight, I think the rounds change a little bit.
now they don't even know. They're just gonna fight.
I think there's 3 4-minute rounds for championship fights.
I think, yeah.
I'll definitely know
So-
once I make my championship fight debut. Once again, hint to all those guys out there holding my belts.
Do y'all know much about your opponents you're up against?
I have no idea about my opponent. I just know that he was a K1 champion at the age of 16 and at 12 years old. So, you know, hopefully he still remembers a lot of it because if he doesn't, he'll be thinking about it when he wakes up in the middle of the ring. with the referee standing over him with a wet towel.
Oh,
asking him, is he all
he
right?
You're
is.
talking a big
He
game,
is talking
Ashtin.
game.
I'm pumped up.
He's going to back it up tomorrow.
Yeah, you better
go.
back it up. You guys.
That's one
I know he'll
thing you
back
ain't
it
gonna
up.
have to worry about me. This is why they call me the Wild Man. I'm so
Beware, Ashton's opponent.
Gotta know that.
You just probably will be taken out.
Yeah, more than likely.
Let's see. Oh, and the event tomorrow, it's Fight for a Cause. I know you guys mentioned it earlier, but it's not just a fight for entertainment purposes, but also for a good cause as indicated by its name. Can you say again what cause or organization the event's raising money for?
It's for the Missouri Veterans Home. Also, $5 off tickets for all active and retired military. So those who want to come out, they'll be having a discount if they are active or retired military. So it's going to them. And this is the Fight for Cause 5. So this is the 5th fight.
And usually there's a different cause every time, but it's all pertaining to veterans and people in the military. I mean, Fight for Cause 4, we were fighting for the to keep the I guess stipends of families who's lost their loved ones in war in Iraq. And this is such a good. I'd hate for this not to be able to go on in April because through Brian Badden and Steve Seibels, this is possible, and Lean Dog Productions, if anybody wants to know, puts this together every few months, and they do everything that they can, and they work their butts off getting these things together, and they'd really appreciate it if you guys came out and showed support. There'll be pizza and beer and hot dogs and a few different kinds of hard drinks.
And
if you want to come
and there
out.
also going to be octagon ring girls.
The girls.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
The girls.
Derek
the
wants
girls,
to
the
see
girls.
those. Apparently.
I guess that's why
Hey,
Coach
I
is going to keep
mean-
us up in the locker room, though, so we don't see the girls.
One of the ring girls actually
You guys
is
are sponsoring.
yeah, me and my business partner / friend. She also has a show on the network, Review St. Louis. Rachel Robertson. We are sponsoring a ring girl, Erica Nugent, and she is not only smoking. Well, she's not only done ring girl, been a ring girl before in several events, so she knows what she's doing. But she's smoking, so more incentive for everybody to come out. You see lots of blood, and you also see
Beautiful
attractive
women in
women.
between.
So much more of an incentive. But I just wanted to throw it out there since you were mentioning ring girls. So thanks again, Erica. And Rachel and I are excited to be your sponsor. And in terms of fighting, it's obviously a physical activity that requires a lot of physical strength. However, how important is mental strength in one who aspires to be a successful fighter?
Could you repeat the question? I'm sorry.
Sure. I mean, basically, how important is it to be mentally strong?
Oh, it's very important because you gotta go in there and just forget about everything, forget about the crowd, and just do it. It's like a job. You just gotta do the job and just do it. It's just forget
While
everything
having
else.
fun at the same time.
Yeah, and have
It's gotta
fun.
be fun too.
You can't be too serious,
Yeah.
but you gotta be serious, not
Yeah.
too serious.
Definitely.
So, yeah.
You'll get your mental strength through the training. That's fighting in the cage is the easy part. Most of it's mental when you're training. You'll be mentally prepared if you make it through the training.
Oh, I got another call. Welcome to Lesley on the Town. You're live on the air. Just throwing it out there. You may want to turn down your feedback. I forgot to tell some of the other listeners to do that before. Do you have a question for the fighters?
Yeah, I just wanted to shout out to my good friends, the Wild Man and Machine Gun,
Yeah, that's my name.
and let them know that I really appreciate all they've done for Rachel.
That's my dad.
No problem.
And,
No problem, sir. She's a
and
very
now-
good girl.
And now I know that Rachel has 2 more brothers.
Yeah, she's
Because,
definitely got a
And
good
Coach.
You guys
Coach
are big
Rob.
brothers
He's
first.
my big brother.
Yeah.
She's definitely
Yeah,
my
I'm
sister.
lucky.
She's very.
They
She's very
actually
hard
they
fighter.
actually got to mess around, like roll around with my brother. I brought my brother in. My brother did some wrestling back in high school. So shout out to Ryan. Love you. See you tomorrow.
Well,
Don't forget to pick me up at
good
4.
luck, guys. All
Thank
three
you.
of you have a great fight tomorrow night.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for calling
Thank you.
in. You said that was your dad?
Yeah,
Aw,
that's
you're
my
having-
daddy.
having all your
Shout out to Pops.
good
Yeah.
friends. Shout
Hi,
out to
Dad.
the pops and the moms out there. how have you all, I know you were talking about mental strength and how it's important, but how have you all been mentally preparing for tomorrow?
You want to go first, Rachel?
I do a lot of writing. I have a fighting journal, and I write in my fighting journal things I need to work on, things that I've already accomplished, good things, bad things. I also do some meditation. Coach Rob also taught us, some good skills, over this past weekend. He sits down with us, kind of gets into our heads, gets us into the fighting mode. So we did a lot of that over this past weekend, and it really helped, especially after me being knocked out on Friday. But a lot of us, it's like Ashtin said before, when you push yourself through practice, you kind of overcome that weakness. That weakness kind of leaves. And once that weakness leaves, your mind is so much stronger after that. And it grows on yourself, just pushing yourself. It's the hardest part of all of this, I would say. I can do 1,000,000 push-ups, I can do whatever you tell me to do, but pushing yourself is the hard part. Because if you don't, then you're not going to be able to do those push-ups or whatever you need to get done. So you learn it all in practice, and you just have to have that extra push. So that's how I did it.
Oh, we got another call. We're blowing up tonight. Hi, welcome to Lesley on the Town. You're live on the air. Do you have any questions for the fighters?
Oh, yes. Well, we are going to the fight tomorrow, and we're really excited to see this. We don't know much about the fights. When you guys actually go out and step out into the ring, what's illegal to do? What can you do? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, you're not allowed in amateur mixed martial arts. You're not allowed to
avoid the groin.
Yeah, of course.
No
groin
elbows,
kicks
no
and
knees to the
punches are
face.
not. Yeah, no elbows or knees to the face, but you are allowed to knee to the body and to the legs. You can't do any open hand strikes. No eye gouging. You can't slam a person directly on the top of their head. And you can't stomp on feet. That's pretty much it. Everything else is open for...
And for my fight, I can't, since I'm K1, mine is all strictly stand-up. I can't do takedowns or anything of that sort, but those same rules apply.
And you wear gloves?
Yes, sir. She'll be wearing, I believe, 10-ounce gloves.
I think 12-ounce boxing gloves. They cover your full hand.
Uh-huh.
They wear the grappling gloves.
Yeah, we wear 4-ounce gloves for the MMA fights.
And also, I'm fighting a 16-year-old. I'm 19 years old. And since I'm fighting a 16-year-old, I have to wear the shin pads, and she does as well. So we have to wear shin pads and headgear. In the state of Missouri, they do that for especially under 18-year-olds.
Wow, is 16 the youngest age that they allow?
No, there's I think there's a 14-year-old fighting tomorrow. I mean,
wow.
Yep.
There's a lot of talent all spread out, all different ages.
Well, thank you so much. Good
You're
luck.
welcome.
All
Is
you
this
guys.
Todd?
We'll
Is
be
this
out there
Todd?
cheering for you.
Is this Todd, by the way?
Hey, Lesley.
Hey.
I just met Lesley last night. We bought our tickets.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Thanks for calling in and asking us questions. That was a good question.
Thanks, Todd, and I look forward to seeing you in Claire tomorrow.
Oh, us too. We'll be out there cheering for everyone.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks. Yeah, I met with a friend of my friend Sean's. Todd just called in, and his girlfriend. They're awesome. I met with him last night, and they know nothing about fighting, but they were really excited to go.
Oh,
so,
they're gonna love it.
Yeah.
They're gonna love it.
They're probably going to want to fight after.
Yeah, they're gonna want to fight. Hopefully not with each other.
Oh,
I mean,
no kidding.
that wouldn't be good. So back, I think we were talking about mental preparation. I don't know if you all had gotten out how you're mentally preparing.
Well, me personally, it all boils down to what I want for my daughter's future. That's the most important thing for me. And to, my dad is watching me from above, so I really want to do something that I like to stick to and, make him proud as I can. And I already know he's proud of me, but, that's one of my big motivations. And I just think about everything that everybody's done for me and wanting to do, right by it, because I honestly have been blessed. I could be dead or in jail or out, selling drugs or anything, but I've got a real good circuit of people around me and really good friends, and Derek and Rachel over here, and, We all talk to each other on a regular basis. It's not like we just only see each other in the gym. And, you know, I want to help make them better as well as they help me make myself better. And that's pretty much my motivation is to keep it going because, you know, everybody's putting in their effort. And I'm going to definitely give my effort, you know. That's what it boils down for to me.
Awesome. In terms of training, I know we mentioned Rob, but I know you all trained with Rob Wisdom over at the boxing gym a lot up to the fight. How did you all link up with Rob, and is he pretty intense in his training with you guys? And does that help you to be better fighters?
Yeah, he has some like really brutal workouts.
I'm not surprised based on what I've seen. Yeah.
He'll make you like feel it. Like,
Derek's been with him the longest out of all of us.
I've been with him since I was 13 years old, and I'm 22 now, so almost 10 years.
Oh, wow.
And he's really a great coach. I think he's like awesome. I want to be just like him.
I do. Look at you, Derek.
I really do.
Like
it's like, how is he the way he is? You know, he just, he just like a really positive role model. You know, it just makes you feel good about yourself. You know, better as a person. You know, and you really are, coach.
Don't cry. I feel tears.
I'm sorry.
I met Rob after my first fight. You know, I fought against a very tough opponent in Latin Hodges. He was an active Marine. He'd just come home 2 weeks prior. You know, he had a little bit more ring experience than I did. And, you know, I wasn't very happy with my results. You know, I went all 3 rounds with him, but I ended up losing to points. And I hit the mat when I was done with my fight and just being upset with myself. You know, it was my first fight, and I got caught up in the glitz and the glam and the crowd. And when I was leaving out, I ran into Coach Wisdom, and he told me, you know, next time, don't hit the mat. And that alone led me to believe that this is going to be a really good guy to know. Even if I never end up training up with him, I always wanted to since then because it was such a good piece of information. You know, it wasn't anybody's fault but mine that I lost the fight. And, you know, everybody says I've done a good job, but, you know, I'm very critical of myself, so it's hard for me to agree with that, you know. And I'm just very grateful that he's in my life. And like I said, I couldn't ask for a better person to be around. You know, he's done so much for us. You know, I couldn't even imagine. He couldn't even imagine how bad I want to pay him back. And he's not worried about that because he's not that kind of person. But, you know, I definitely feel like I owe him something.
And he doesn't care about like just fighting. It's like he cares about like your life, like your family. Like he always asks, like, "Hey, Rachel, how's your mom and dad?" He's never met my parents, but he always asks. And good guy.
Yeah.
I love that, man. He's so cool. I wish he was here right now.
Yes, he's very funny, too. He's very good. He's always got, you know.
He's a really talented dancer.
Yes, I've seen in his kickboxing.
He's really good at dancing.
Yeah. And it's about that time to wrap up. You know, to let you guys say any final things. Is there a way to get in touch with you guys, stay updated with your fighting, or even just you in general? If you guys
Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook's the major
you can
one.
Facebook me, the Wild Man Ashtin Broom at, or you can just message me on Yahoo at jacksparrow255@yahoo.com, or you can find me on Facebook under Ashtin or The Fury Ashtin Broom, and I'll be there. I check on my stuff all the time, and I just want to say one time shout out to my boy Michael Johnson. He just went to the finals in the UFC. Last man standing, pretty much, and you know he lost by a little something, but you know, good shot to my buddy, and you know I'm very grateful for having us on the show, Rachel. I mean that's just.
Yeah,
Lesley.
thank you for having us. Thank you for having me
No
again.
problem. Exactly. No problem. I'm really thankful to have you all. Good luck tomorrow. And for any of you listeners and viewers out there who are interested in going, there's still tickets available. Me and my partner, Rachel Robertson from Review St. Louis, are selling VIP ringside tickets. So definitely get in touch with me if you're interested in going. You can find me on Facebook, Lesley Hunter, Lesley. I'm big into Facebook, so definitely send me a message if you're interested. And me and Rachel and I, as well as obviously the fighters, will be at the fight tomorrow. And thanks again to our ring girl. And thanks everyone who listened today. Thank you for coming on the show. And we will see you all next week. Thank you.
Thank you.
Peace.
Bye, people.
Her name is Veronica. She's really talented, and she tonight's her mock show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and she didn't realize